The main area that I work in is water, environment, and biotechnology, and that's the common thread. And I'll just give you an example of two projects. One is the problem of antibiotics in the environment. Antibiotics are a concern because they propagate antibiotic resistance genes in the microbial community. So the biotechnology part is to look at these genes in microbial populations and then see if there's some solution. If these genes are present, is there something we can do about it? That's the engineering side. The other project I'm working on is acid mine drainage remediation. And here in Colorado, it's estimated there are 30,000 abandoned mines. And this is a problem because the heavy metals that emanate from these mines contaminate our water. And the process that makes these metals contaminate the water is actually a microbial process in which sulfide oxidizing organisms produce sulfuric acid and make the metals soluble so that they get into our water. I'm looking at how to use beneficial microbial process to reverse what the sulfide oxidizing organisms have done. And this is through the use of sulfate reducing organisms, which then convert sulfuric acid back into a neutral form and form sulfides, which bind heavy metals so that they're no longer water soluble and they're immobilized in the environment. This acid mine drainage remediation project I'm doing is really part of a larger group, and this is called the Hazardous Substance Remediation Center. And this center is headed by Colorado State University and also in partnership with Colorado School of Mines. And it's really been a great opportunity to work within the center and have all of these great minds coming together to think of how to solve this important problem of acid mine drainage remediation, and what can we do about it so that we can have clean water and we don't have to worry about heavy metals. Another example of where water, environment, and biotechnology come together is the problem of remediating gasoline spills. We all know how important fuel is to the economy, and it's just a fact of life that it's going to spill in the environment. And especially at service stations, they store the fuel underground, and it's a fact of life that these tanks leak. And in particular, it's been a concern, there's a fuel additive, MTBE, methyl tert butyl ether, which when it spills in the environment, it's really water soluble. And it's something that was added originally to promote clean air, but now we're seeing it in our water. And the EPA has already planned to phase this out, but it's still a problem. So we're looking at microbes that are able to degrade this compound and using biotechnology to know what kinds of microbes, what kinds of genes are they using, are there certain combinations of microbes that can efficiently degrade MTBE in the environment, and not just MTBE, but the other hazardous compounds in gasoline, such as benzene, we all know is a carcinogen. So that's another example. It's really an exciting area of research to be in. Biotechnology in the last 10 years has just grown exponentially. It's just been a complete boom. And some even call the 21st century that we're now living in the biotech century. So it's hard to even imagine what's going to happen 10 years from now, just from looking back at the past 10 years. But I know we're going to see a lot more of genomic research, a lot more bioinformatic research. We're starting to see a lot more understanding of proteins and really fitting into a systems model of understanding how biological systems fit in with the environment and how we can use them to benefit humans and society. One of the reasons I came to CSU is that I really view it as the perfect place to grow, both in education and research. My field, biotechnology and the environment, is inherently interdisciplinary. So I really needed a place where I could work with a lot of people from different fields and be able to bring that together for common solutions for society. For example, I work with people from chemical engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and then even outside engineering in microbiology and ecology. And really that environment is perfect to be able to grow. And I think that also benefits the graduate students who are interested in biotechnology and how that can help develop engineering solutions. They need a place where people work well together across fields. I mean, these disciplines don't really exist. They're human-made. We draw these boundaries. And I think it's important to be in a place where you can lift those boundaries and people can work together towards a common goal.